Hi everybody! I have had a few requests for the pink opal eye that I wore the other day. So I went ahead and did one eye so you can see kind of what I'm going to be doing here. And look at the difference we've got here with my one eye done and nothing on this eye. It's beautiful. I love it. On my lips I also have Lexie Bear-y mixed with Praline Rose topped with matte gloss. So I also, we'll start from the beginning. I also have my foundation on. So I have on, I did medium color corrected tinted moisturizer with a layer of silk and then a layer of my foundation. And I just use this like flat, really dense brush to put that on. So I will get started with the eye right away. First thing I put on is Candlelight, and I will list all the, or I'll let you guys know all the brushes I'm using too. And with this, you can put a little dot on your eye, or I just put a little tiny dot on my finger, and the only thing that we're putting Candlelight on is to just even out the color of your eyelid to cover up any of those veins that you have or any discoloration. And just go all the way from the inside of your eye to the outside and then just pat it. And all of the ShadowSense is a cream to powder finish. So once you put a layer on, just let it sit for a tiny bit and it's gonna set up and be perfect, and it's not gonna move. You guys are gonna love it. So Candlelight as a base. Next, I am taking Mulberry ShadowSense, and this is gonna go all over your lid, and then feel on your eye where like your socket bone is, and we're gonna go just a little bit above that. And then with that, I use an e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. So this is what I use, and it's dirty because I did my other eye. Otherwise, I just cleaned them, you guys. So with this, I go and I just put a little bit on there, you guys. A little bit of this ShadowSense goes a long, long way, and it's easier to build up the color than to take it away. So with this, I am going to just pat it onto that eyelid. So go. And we're using this as kind of like a transition color. So like I said, I'm gonna go just a little bit above that socket bone, because when you have your eyes open, you wanna be able to see that color, and that's what opens and brightens your eyes. So if I would have stayed where my socket is, that's right where my lash line is, and you wouldn't see any color if your eye is open. So that's why you want to go just a tiny, tiny bit above, and so you can see that color, and it's going to open your eyes. So next, I will take I'm using e.l.f. brushes because they are very inexpensive, and you can get them at Walmart, Target, and I have had good results with them. I do really like them. So all of my brushes tonight are going to be e.l.f. brushes. So this is an e.l.f. crease brush, and the only thing I do with that is go around the edge just to blend it out. So it's not like such a harsh stop line of where you stopped with that Mulberry. So that's all you have to do. Blend it out just a tiny bit, and it's beautiful. So, and I love it because that's already set, you guys. Like, the great thing with ShadowSense, thin layers build to where you want the color. So if you wanted that darker, just put another layer on. we are going to go in with pink, the fabulous pink Opal Shimmer. I love this, you guys. I wear it on my lips. You can wear it as highlight. You can wear it so many different ways. So this is another e.l.f. C brush. I have 2 of them. You can use the same one if you want, because if you're doing your eyes at the same time, we're not going to go back into the Mulberry. So you could use that other one, but since I did this eye, I just used 2, so I wouldn't be mixing colors. And again, you're just going to scrape the wand right on there. So it's just a tiny, tiny little bit. And this, we're going to concentrate more just on the eyelid. We're not going to go as high as the Mulberry. But again, patting it on, you guys. Pat, pat, pat it on. The patting makes it more of a concentrated color rather than if you do the blending. The blending makes it more of a sheer color. So the only part I take the pink a little bit higher is right above my eyeball. See on this one, I just go with the pink straight up. Otherwise, I keep it down pretty low. Keep it under that socket bone. Okay? If you guys have any questions while I'm going, just let me know. So, pink Opal Shimmer, just on the eyelid. You're kind of creating like a pyramid or a triangle shape where you're going up a little bit and then come back down. But I promise you guys, as you're doing this, it may look goofy, but once you start blending and get those colors blended together, it looks so much better, I promise. So the last color that we're using on our eyes, but we're not done, is Garnet. Garnet is a beautiful like mahogany brown color, and use a little bit. So a little bit goes a long way with Garnet. So this brush is an e.l.f. blending brush, and I love like this little dome shape, and it's not as fluffy. So this is the blending brush, and this is, or no, sorry, yeah, blending brush, crease brush. It's not as fluffy as the crease brush. So I go and I take just a tiny dab of that Garnet. Tiny, tiny dab, you guys. That's all I'm going to use. We may go in for just a little bit more if I want to darken it up. And then, since we're doing a halo effect, it's going to be darker. We're taking the darker color here and the darker color out here. You're making a halo around your eye. So the darker colors are going to be here, and then it's going to kind of blend in there. So, tiny, tiny little bit of the Garnet, you guys. And I'm going to dot there. And dot there. So see how little bit I took, and look how dark that is. So just a tiny, tiny little bit of the Garnet, because like I said, you can always darken it up, and then you're just blending it out, and it blends so easily. And remember what I talked about, we're kind of creating that halo look. Well, not kind of, we are creating the halo look. So it's going to be darker here, and we just want to blend it into the center. And ShadowSense is pretty forgiving. Like I said, we're just rubbing and blending. So I am going to go like a couple times just above where we put that pink Opal Shimmer, kind of where we stopped with the Mulberry. I'm just going to go just to blend it, but that's it. Okay? Don't need a lot, you guys. And that's pretty much it. Like, it blended out really smoothly. How easy that is. And then, to add that extra pop of shimmer to your eyes, we're gonna go back in with that pink Opal Shimmer, and we're gonna take that e.l.f. C brush, and we're gonna get some more of the pink Opal Shimmer. And you could build this up, like I'm only gonna do it like once more, but if you wanted something really pronounced, you could do it twice more. But we are just gonna pat it right in the middle of your eye. And that's what's gonna really open it up and make your eye pop. And like we talked about, I'm going up. I'm going up where my, see, like my socket bone is like right there. And I want to go just a little bit above it, like I said, to open your eye up, you guys. So when you do have them open, you can still see that color, because if I didn't go above my socket, none of that color would show when I had my eyes open. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Okay? So just in the center this time. And I'm going back in with that blending brush that we used for the Garnet, and just kind of dabbing the edges so it's not such a harsh line with that pink opal that we just put on there. Next, we are going to take that pink Opal Shimmer, because if you really want your eyes to look bright and awake, you take in that tear duct area. Oh, and this one is a small precision brush by e.l.f. So I'm going in that tear duct area and just a tiny bit up there, and then we're coming down, and it's just gonna open and brighten your eye there. So I just let it sit for a tiny, tiny bit, and then all you're gonna take is your ring finger and kind of blend it out, because if you move it while it's not set, you're just gonna smudge it. But if you let it sit, you're just gonna blend out what is there. And it doesn't take long, so. See how when I turn, you're just getting that little extra pop? I want just a little bit more in there. That little extra pop. And now we're gonna do the bottom lash line. Going back with that, the blending brush with e.l.f., I'm gonna get just a tiny bit of Garnet again, you guys. If you wanna darken any of this look, you sure can. I'm just going for a soft, sweet look like I did the other day. I had a few requests. So pat that over. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I used to stop like there. Like I used to just leave my eye like that. But you wanna smoke it out a little bit. Like bring it down and smoke it so it's not such a harsh line, and it really just creates a softer finish and just gives you that like nice pop of brown down there, so it's not so harsh. And at any point, if you are an eyeliner lover, go ahead and throw some eyeliner on there. Once I get my lashes, my mascara on, my lashes are dark enough that I don't very often do eyeliner. So go in with mascara. I do 2 coats every day, so I start with one good coat on my lashes. And you want to brush up. So then I let that set for a second. And then I'll go in with a second coat. If this was for a special occasion of some sort, you could surely do 3 coats. You could even go in with some false lashes if you wanted. But I absolutely love this mascara that I have, and everyone thinks I have false lashes on once I get my mascara on, and part of that is due to the lash extend, which is amazing, ladies. If you want some thicker, longer lashes, or even if you've got lighter lashes and you want them darkened, the lash serum will darken. I've obviously had some great results with it, but I've had quite a few girls message me back and they are loving it, and it's gonna last. I mean, mine lasted for there I am talking, messing up. Mine lasted for like 8 months. Okay, eyes are done, you guys. I promise it's really easy, and practice makes perfect, so just play with it. But how pretty is that? Okay, on to BlushSense. So I haven't really done a tutorial on the BlushSense. It is pretty amazing. I do love it. Like everything with ShadowSense. Today I am going to be putting on Toasted Rose. It's kind of just a mauve-y kind of color. I guess we're going purpley pinks today. So I just I just squeeze out, if you can see, that much. And you're just gonna go dot, 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 dot it on your cheek. And then I have an e.l.f. stippling brush, and kind of do your suck-in cheek. Okay, so with blush, you don't want to blend it below your nose, and you don't want to go closer than 2 fingers to your nose. Okay? So here's what I do. Is I just stipple. Stipple just means that I'm pressing it into my skin, or you're doing the bouncing up and down rather than like going back and forth like this. See? Look how beautiful of a color that just like adds to your face. Dun dun dun. I mean, you almost don't even have to contour your cheekbone, because it kind of adding that blush there just pops that. So with, without. So we're gonna go ahead, and it's that easy. It is that easy, you guys. And it's not gonna move all day. And I like to go just a tiny bit. It may look like super heavy right now, but it's not, because once I put my translucid powder on, it's gonna tone it down a little bit. And then I'll show you my little secret weapon there. Okay. I love it. Oh, you guys, I wish I was going somewhere tonight. Next, we're gonna take the translucid powder in Natural, and I have had this since December, you guys. So we are now in July, so I have had this for over 6 months now, and I've got about 1/3 of the bottle left. A little bit goes a long way. So what I do, I don't really care for the brush on this. So what I do is I just tip a little bit out, and I tap it onto a plate, or a painter's palette. I've got a few girlfriends that like tap it into their hand. I'm always just scared I'm gonna dump out like way more than I need. Then you just put more on your face. But I love the translucid powder because it sets your foundation. It's gonna help make it last longer throughout the day, and it like mattifies your face down to give you this finish that is unbelievably airbrushed and beautiful. So I'm gonna show you guys, once I go over the blush there, it kind of tones it down a little bit, but you're setting it. And again, I just like to do the pat, the stipple, the pat, pat, pat. I like to pat it on first, and then if you want to go in and do a little bit of a rub, give your face a little massage. You sure can. And if you're fair-skinned, you could have, while you were doing, well, I shouldn't say fair-skinned, but if you do your brows at any point, you could have done that while you were doing your eyes. So, almost done. I just have one more thing to show you because I love it. I got it in new this week, but I've had mine for a while. This is the Silver Rose powder, and you guys, it has the most unbelievable, like beautiful shimmery finish. And there are days when I don't put on BlushSense. I just put this on and you just keep brushing until you get to the desired level of color that you want. But since this is more of like a glammed up special occasion look, I would put this on, and this I don't mind the brush on. I'm not sure what they did differently, but I'm okay with the brush. So what you do is you tap, 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 and you can see that the product is coming out. So that means you can put this down and just brush. So see that, you guys? Can you see that shimmer? See how this side is just that toasted rose? And then here you've got that shimmer, that beautiful shimmer. And it's so hard to just like stop and not want to do like your whole face. Okay. And then if, like I said, if it was for special occasion, you could come down here, glitter up those your bones down there, really make that shimmer. It's beautiful. Okay, that's it. That completes the tutorial. BlushSense, ShadowSense. Again, on my eyes, I used Candlelight, Mulberry, Pink Opal Shimmer, and Garnet. And this is the look that we were going for that I showed you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, message me or tag me in this post and I will answer them. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.